Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is Daybreak on Trust Television, and of course, this is the interactive segment of the program, Daybreak Interactive, where you get to, of course, share your thoughts, comments, and contributions on different issues, of course, of national importance. Today, of course, like I said earlier, we'll be talking about the travels of the president and the vice president. Well, currently, for some who might not know, the vice president is currently in Sweden. He jetted out, of course, on Thursday for a 2-day working visit, expectedly to woo investors to invest in Nigeria, while the president has remained on a 2-week-long vacation from activities of being president. Now, this has, of course, sparked some debate among Nigerians who have been claiming and saying that this has opened sort of a vacuum in Nigeria, especially because the president did not really publicly hand over to the vice president to carry on with the activities of the presidency. And now the vice president has jetted out of Nigeria. And with both the president and the vice president out of the country, the question of who then oversees the affairs of Nigeria? Is it the Senate president? Was there any memo to that effect? Well, these are some of the issues that would form the conversation this morning. And as I expect you to give us a call to share those thoughts, those comments, and those concerns about this development. Of course, I'm going to read to you a story that was taken by the Daily Trust, expectedly from the presidency, who had said that the absence of President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima will not create any leadership vacuum in the country. Now, Bayo Onanuga, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, in a statement on Wednesday said physical presence was not necessary for both the president and the vice president to perform their duties. Onanuga also insisted that the constitution, a testament to Nigeria's adaptability in the virtual age, does not explicitly require the physical presence of either the president or the vice president in the country at all times to fulfill their duties. Onanuga also said that, made clarification, saying it became necessary following inquiries from reporters, noted that it is important to note that the president and the vice president are fully engaged with the nation's affairs even while they are away, stating that there is no leadership vacuum in the country. President Tinubu had left the country and is on a 2-week working vacation. And during this time, he has been busy answering phones and issuing directives on matters of state, and will soon return to the country before the vacation officially expires, says Onanuga. He also added that the vice president departed the country on Wednesday for Sweden on an official visit, working for Nigeria. Now, a lot of people have asked these questions, that the president and the vice president has engaged in quite a number of foreign trips over the course of the last year. Of course, I'm going to be asking that the directors, if you may, play the explainer on the president's trips in recent times. But then again, this has sparked some questions as to whether these foreign trips has yielded any form of result, especially in the Nigeria economy. We're talking about the rising prices or the risen prices. These prices have risen already. So the cost of food items in the market and all of these other issues expectedly to have reduced by Nigerians, of course. Has this yielded any results? Let's take this caller now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Sagir.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
You're speaking to Aliu Shamaki from Akonga, Nasarawa State.
Aliu Shamaki from Nasarawa State, regular caller on Trust TV. Welcome to the program. Let's hear your thoughts on this development.
Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate with the situation that is going in Nigeria. Insecurity, hunger, people are dying, people can no longer sleep. Mr. President went out overseas just to rest. Just day before yesterday, the Vice President joined him in traveling. The question somebody was asking, and one analyst says, the Vice President went there with what interest? What is he going to bring? What is he going to negotiate there? I salute the courage of the House of Representatives. They are so much concerned about Nigeria. They are speaking only about Nigerians. But unfortunate ones that we are expecting people that be talking is senators. But they are not saying anything about this issue. Mr. President just went there just for help, not about health, just resting. He left his country just for another country to rest. And the country is in a dilemma. It's very, very unfortunate and pathetic. That is why we should go back to God and pray for this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aliyu Shamaki. Aliyu Shamaki calling from Nasarawa State, calling on Nigerians to go back to God and pray for the country. If the explainer is ready, perhaps the director can put it on screen so Nigerians can sort of get a feel of some of these trips that has been embarked upon by the president and even the vice president over the course of the year. Okay, so I understand that we'll be bringing that explainer shortly, but then let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, good morning. Your name and your location.
Good morning. My name is Adi. I'm calling from London.
Good morning, Mr. Adi. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
My view on this issue is very different. Very, very different. One thing I observe in Nigeria is that once you don't like somebody, whatever he does, you condemn it, either good or bad. Now, they say the president travel is on leave. Somebody has been working hard, is entitled to his leave. Then the vice president has an official engagement to go. He went. In UK, our head of state is our king. He's in Australia now. Then the prime minister is in Germany. Does that make UK vulnerable? No. We're in the area of technology. Not only the state also rock before things work. They can work from anywhere. So our head of state, our prime minister, they are out of the country now as I'm talking to you. So people should reason in a different way. But if you don't like the president, doesn't mean that anything he does, you don't want it. I don't vote for this president. I never vote. I campaign against them because I say I don't want Muslim ticket. I did that on TVC. But once it's right, it's right. Somebody is working, he must have a rest. Let's see it from that angle. If both of them are in answer or if anything wants to happen, it will happen.
Mr.
So it doesn't really matter. We're in era of technology.
Mr.
I don't like it. When people are just talking that because he is out, they condemn everything. No. There is no Messiah they can bring to Nigeria today to rule that will make petrol 100 naira. It's not going to happen. It's a dream that will never come to reality. So let's take it that way.
Okay.
Economy everywhere all over the world is the same.
Mr. Ade, can I ask this question? Permit me to butt in. So the president is currently on a 2 weeks leave. Expectedly, while he's away on leave, Nigerians would not expect that he's engaged in matters of state because it's supposed to be a vacation away from work. But then again, the vice president expectedly was supposed to take over the helms of affairs and is now out of the country on national assignment. In this situation, one would not expect the vice president, if he's out canvassing or selling the Nigerian brand, outside Nigeria, to be focused 100% on the activities going on in Nigeria. That is where one would now expect, say, the Senate president, who is the number 3 man in the country, to take charge. But with Nigerians have not seen that happen, and this is the reason why they're asking the question whether there is a vacuum.
Buhari did worse than that.
But then Buhari at one point handed over to the vice president, and we saw him become the acting president of Nigeria. After 21 days, you have to hand over. That's what the constitution says. True.
But this guy went for 2 weeks and is resting and is working holiday as well. So the president of America can work from anywhere he was in the world. So we are in era of technology. Let's move on from this personalized thing that you don't like somebody. I don't like that. I like somebody to stand on the truth.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adi.
And the vice president is on official duty. So let's accept it like that way. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. Adi, for the call. Mr. Adi, a regular caller who has always called from outside Nigeria, London to be precise. So let's now take a look at that explainer so it provides some sort of context for those who may need it.
Amid Nigeria's spiraling cost of living, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima have collectively spent over 91 days outside the country in just 7 months. They have touched down in 16 countries, and all this comes at a staggering cost of 18.7 billion naira allocated in the 2024 budget for presidential travels. From France to Ethiopia, Qatar to China, the itinerary is long. In January, the president kicked things off with a private visit to France. By February, he was in Ethiopia for the African Union's 37th Assembly. By April, it was a whirlwind. Visits to Senegal for an inauguration, Netherlands for high-level talks, then the World Economic Forum in Saudi Arabia, all within a month. In May, it was charged for another inauguration. June saw the president in South Africa for President Ramaphosa's swearing in, and by July, the president had attended the African Union's coordination meeting in Ghana. Now, then came Equatorial Guinea, another work trip to France, and a UAE stopover back in August this year. In September, there was another official visit to China, followed by a United Kingdom meeting with King Charles. And just this month, he's back in France, fresh off another annual leave in the United Kingdom. While diplomacy and securing international deals are essential, critics are asking, at what cost? With 12 billion naira earmarked specifically for these international trips and 6.7 billion naira set aside for local travels, groups like the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center are demanding transparency, especially for private visits when Nigerians are struggling with skyrocketing inflation. The presidency argues that these trips will soon bear fruit with investments on the way. But many Nigerians want tangible results, not just promises.
16 countries visited and about 18 billion naira spent and earmarked for that trip. Well, let's take this caller now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. I'm from Makodi, Benue State.
Unfortunately, I didn't get your name. Did you say Ahmed?
Yes, Ahmed Baba from Makodi, Benue State.
All right, Ahmed Baba from Makudi. Go ahead.
Yes, this is, I just want for the, I want to speak about the last Ahadi who called from England.
Please go ahead, Ahmed.
If a man who is exposed and to be in London support what is not, what can be defended, I'm surprised. This is the problem of Nigeria, sentiment, either tribal or religious. Are they saying that in London, where he is now, when more than 200 people are being buried for a crash, for an accident, the head of the president in London or the
Prime Minister
that are heading London, they can move out at the same time. So this is the problem for me. I'm here to say that it's very, very sentimental because that is not the right thing to do. If the president Tinubu is in America, where he is, or Germany, working from there, directing the affairs from London, and the vice president is here. With the incident that happened, where more than 130 people have been buried in it, whatever assignment, can't that assignment be postponed as if to respect the lives of those who are there? That is that. For me, the traveling of presidents up and down, the vice president up and down, Nigeria have not seen any benefit. We are of survivor. What just as you were from the beginning, what benefit has Nigeria got from the traveling all over? Billions have been spent for their traveling because of the benefits they are getting, personal benefits. For me, Nigeria has not benefited from all the journeys and traveling they are making. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate indeed.
Indeed, it is. Thank you so much, Ahmed.
Fuel prices and everything, Nigeria Nigeria can hardly eat once in a day, and somebody is there spreading and another person is supporting him that he's working from abroad. He can work from anywhere. I'm disappointed in this comment. That's what. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ahmed, calling from Makurdi. So Ahmed, first of all, tried to address what he feels might not have been proper for Mr. Ade, an earlier caller, to say. Well, but then, Ahmed, you know that everyone is entitled to their opinions, and this is an opinion that Ade holds and he's entitled to hold. So if you disagree with it, well, it's also your opinion as well. But it's an open space. Let's keep the calls coming and continue to share those thoughts, comments, and contributions. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is
unfortunately, I can't hear or make out what you're saying. Can you please speak up and tell us your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Adamawa State.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir. My contribution on the issue is that I think the president and the vice president are not serious. Serious. The situation, economy, the country is going through. Because some people, as the other caller is saying, we're in technological era, the president can work this. The country where we don't have steady electricity, why is it about technology? What about the technology? Why is technology one that is not stable electricity? So I think they are not serious. They have to come back and go back to their drawing board and design their policy and structure if they are serious about this country. Because people are dying. People are dying because of hunger and hardship. People are dying. So that's what all the traveling they are going out of the country, what are they brought to this country? There are so many beneficiaries that the Nigerian benefit from their traveling. This what we are saying, particularly our own opinion. Let them stop going out. Like in other countries, look at the tragedy that happened in China. Who are serious countries, the president will come back.
Okay, thank you so much for your contributions on the program. Unfortunately, I didn't get your name, even though you said it twice. I think it's the network connectivity that had prevented you from completing your thoughts, but then we're grateful for those thoughts talking about the president and the vice president traveling out of the country frequently and the question of whether it has yielded any fruitful result in the lives of ordinary Nigerians. Talk about creation of job opportunities, talk about access to capital to do business, talk about access to quality infrastructure. All of these issues are things that Nigerians have borne in their minds for the longest of times, expectedly that the previous administration, having left, some sort of succor would follow this administration. But then again, some would say it has been a roller coaster of emotions, but the question, has it really yielded any results? Hello, good morning, welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, good morning, can you hear me?
My name is Onkuteki. I'm calling from Kogi State.
Please, can you repeat your name again?
Yes.
Go ahead, your name and your location.
My name is Onkuteki. I'm calling from Kogi State.
Okay, Tete from Kogi State. Go ahead. Tete, you would need to reduce the volume of your TV set so you listen to me from your phone, because unfortunately you cannot talk to me on the phone while looking at your TV screen as well.
Okay. I've reduced it.
All right, then you can proceed.
You see, it's like your questions, some people did not get it right. The president is out of the country. The vice president is out of the country. Then who is holding the country now? I think that is the question. Is it the Senate president or the secretary to the federal government? I think that is the question. Our brother from abroad, he should not bring in sentiment. This is just the question. Who is to hold the country or who is holding the country now? I think that is just the question. Let's be clear with it now, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tete from Kogi State. Tete is trying to provide some clarity. Well, Tete, the reason why we didn't put any other titles or the name of any government functionary is because it's not clear. So we can't ask the question, is it the Senate President or is it the Secretary to the Government of the Federation that's at the helm of affairs? Because from what we know and from what we understand, the spokesperson or one of the spokespersons of the President had mentioned that the President is out of the country and is definitely attending to the affairs of state virtually from his location. So I think that provides some explanation. But then we have another caller. Good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Your name and your location.
Good morning. My name is Mohammed. I'm calling from Abuja.
Mohammed from Abuja, welcome to the program. Let's hear your take on this topic.
You see, my brother, I will answer that. I will respond to this topic with a question to you. Nigerians, we always like to speak grammar for what is not, that's no meaning. As a family man, you and your wife, you have kids. If you leave home, your wife leave home, are you telling me your children will be complaining and you are looking for means to give them the best? You see, what we have to talk about is that how we, even without president, how are we going to contribute, we ourselves as a citizen? They are trying to contribute their home by trying to look for people that come and heal our problems. What of we here? We are complaining. Is he the one solving the problem before? Let us face reality.
Well, Mohammed, some people would say he's the cause of the problem. Some people have attributed the removal of the fuel subsidy to this administration. So yes, they would say he is one way or the other responsible because he is at the helms of affairs. He was elected to carry Nigerians along in terms of the provision of basic necessities and making life easy for them. So in situations where things are difficult for Nigerians, who else would they hold if not the president?
Yes, you mentioned subsidy, Are you getting me, sir? So that removal of the subsidy is something we all are aware of. All the candidates of all the parties is in their agenda. Now, the filling station owner, what is their own contribution? If I'm buying fuel 1,000 naira per liter, if that liter is complete, I don't have a problem. What are the people that are selling the fuel? They're tougher with the pumps. You cannot even get a liter for that 1,000 whatever you're buying. Is it government this? Let's face the reality and talk to ourselves. We all need to contribute to the solution to the problem.
Indeed. I agree with you, Mohammed. I agree with you 100%.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. So I got Mohammed's point. While Nigerians like to throw blames and also blame people for their problems, it's also important for Nigerians to look inward and ask themselves whether they are contributing to these problems as well, because it's easier for you to spot the blemish on one's attire, but more difficult for you to spot the one on yourself. And that's the reason why it's good to self-reflect and ask yourself if you're contributing your own quota. Let's get this caller now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and what's your location?
My name is Shettima calling from Maiduguri.
Shettima, welcome to the program. Shettima, you called a bit late today. What was the hold-up?
Well, your line nowadays is very difficult to reach.
Maybe it's because quite a number of more people are calling. Welcome to the program once again, Shettima. Let's hear your thoughts.
Thank you very much, Sagir. You see, honestly speaking, to me, Nigerians, they should stop making noise about this because this is irrational government, whether we like it or not. Because I can't believe your house is on fire and you have been traveling all away. Can't you fix your houses? Fix your house first. Try and make reasonable economic. I don't think if there is any foreign investor that will come to this country and invest in this present economic that we are facing. How can you look? Light is not there. That is the source of making any production. There is no way your industry can work without adequate electricity. For almost how many times our Greek is collapsing. Our Greek is collapsing. And you are busy traveling, spending money. No security in the country. Try and provide security for this country. But you are roaming about. just because you are a potential businessman to make roots on your economy at the expenses of Nigerian money. This is the reality. Our government are not doing anything well for us. We have been suffering. People are eating out of the grasses. Somebody will use grass and eat, to boil grass and eat. It's a pity, a country like Nigeria, a rich country like Nigeria. It's a very pity. They should try and fix the country first before they start being just roaming about anyhow. That's my takes.
Thank you so much, Shettima. Shettima is complaining that the Vice President Kashim Shettima has traveled to Sweden. Well, that's not an intentional play on words, but then again, thank you, Shettima, for the call. Shettima has called on the President and the Vice President to focus on fixing their houses first before traveling out. But some would say the reason why they are traveling out is in order to fix the country. Maybe that's a conversation for another time. Let's take this caller now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Shettima Maxwell.
All right, Mr. Maxwell, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Ishuakoko in Ondo State.
Mr. Maxwell, all the way from Ondo State. Welcome to the program. Let's hear your take on this topic.
Please, sir, I want to first commend you. I want to first commend you as well as other presenters on this TV channel.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maxwell.
I follow your program regularly.
We're grateful, Mr.
And I'm
Maxwell.
very happy. I just pray that people at the helm of affairs are listening.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Mr. Maxwell. We're grateful. Please proceed.
And I also pray that people listening that are going to be on that seat in future are also learning.
Indeed. Amen.
Now, first, I want us to first of all look at the classification of human race by Aristotle several centuries ago.
Go ahead, Mr.
Aristotle
Maxwell.
said human beings are classified into three groups: the idiot, the tribe, and the citizens.
Okay.
The idiots are self-centered individuals, not foolish person, self-centered, who think only around himself.
Mr. Maxwell, you may need to turn down the volume of your TV set. Listening to yourself on the TV may cause some sort of interference.
It's all right. It's all right.
So it can allow for a free flow of the conversation.
The second group, the tribe, they think about themselves and small minority like their tribe, their religious group.
All right. Proceed, Mr. Maxwell.
Or their business partner. Why the citizens think wide, beyond their immediate environment. They can dash out their last meal to somebody far off from their tribe because they are not tribe-minded. They are citizens. I put it to you that today we don't have citizens. We are being governed around the first group. Until we get citizens who are ready to build, who sit down and look beyond today and draft blueprint how I want my country to be 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 40 years, 100 years, even when I'm not around, when I've gone, then this country will move forward.
Indeed.
I look at the documentary done by your partner concerning traveling. It was too much. What kind of rest a man wants to do that he cannot have within this country? How can somebody jet out because he wants to rest, but now gallivanting all over the world? I think we are not sincere. God is watching us.
Indeed.
God is watching us. Ahmadu Bello didn't do all this. I remember at a time, Shagari was punished because he allowed, he fly home mother of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa in presidential jet from Lagos to Bauchi. He has to pay back for the fuel, but paid this bill before military took over. So today, people fly our plane around and still bill us heavily. our president, our diplomats, they don't stay in our houses anywhere they go. They stay in the best hotel. That should it be? If our president today, I will stay with my people at the House of Nigeria in London, House of Nigeria in the United New York, wherever we are, I will go with them and discuss with them the development. I will rub mind with them. But these people, even when they are outside Nigeria, they isolated themselves from our diplomatic
community.
Community. You understand? So we are just deceiving ourselves. All this getting out is to follow up on their personal businesses.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr.
I pray God will help us. I love your channel. I've been addicted to your program. You and the other man that ran a documentary on the traveling. I so much love your maturity.
Thank you so much.
Your program.
We're grateful.
God bless. God bless.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Maxwell. Mr. Maxwell, there. Well, some would say this is a proud moment indeed when people recognize what you do, how you do it, and when you do it. We're grateful to Mr. Maxwell. We're grateful to all of our callers and our viewers who continue to watch Trust TV and give us the reason to continue to do what we're doing. And definitely we pray and we trust that we will not let you down. We have another caller now. Back to the conversation. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Ibrahim from Kogi State.
Good morning. I didn't get the name, and the reason why I didn't get your name is because I can hear myself from the other end of the conversation. Can you please turn down the volume of your TV set so it doesn't interfere?
I've turned it down. My name is Udochukwu from Kogi State.
Okay, Udochukwu from Kogi State. Welcome to the program.
Yes.
Let's hear your thoughts.
Okay, I thank you very much over what the issue going on. Please let us understand what is going on in Nigeria. When Obasanjo was there as the then president, we saw that all the whole journey he made in Nigeria, out of Nigeria, brings gain and profit to the poor masses. But the other caller that said that he have not even seen any profit their journeys or their travels has made to Nigeria is speaking truth. Let them tell us truth what they are going there to do and how it will benefit the nation.
Tell us, Mr. Odechukwu.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are dying. Nigerians are passing through terrible situation. So now, when Obasanjo was there, as I told you, Nigeria was almost in a total collapse. But he came and put it together again and built Nigeria as a great nation. People start buying motor in this nation. Poor ones start buying machines. And everything comes down. But now, Nigerians have not seen any benefits of this government.
Indeed.
So they should help us.
All right. Thank you so much.
They should help us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Odechukwu, calling from Kogi State, talking about the travels of the different presidents. Talk about former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who traveled out of Nigeria as well, countlessly. Well, all presidents at one point or the other will embark on a foreign trip. That's inevitable, of course. But then the question of whether this trip is going to impact directly in the lives of Nigerians, that is where the argument lies. I mean, we cannot watch you spend 18 billion for 16 trips and expect not to see anything in return. If it were to be a private company, what questions will be asked, and of course, what measures will be taken to ensure that this happens? But let's hear from this caller. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Tijani Ismail.
Okay, Tijani, where are you calling from?
Tijani Samaila. I'm calling from Gombe State.
All right, Tijani, before we start this conversation, I'd like for you to turn down the volume of your TV set.
Yes, first of all, let me...
First of all, Tijani, let's turn down the volume of your TV set.
Okay.
All right, Tijani, proceed.
Okay. I will first of all comment on the traveling of Mr. President and his deputy.
All right, go ahead.
If we can, those people the country is not in their mind. Those people, first of all, during their target is to victor the elections, not to do the work to the country. As in this country are not in their mind, are not in their, they have not even have built, to do the positive, to bring the positive thing to this country. Meaning that the country are suffering. First of all, how Mr. President, first day of his inauguration, remove the fuel subsidy. This issue of removing the fuel subsidy, that is why Nigeria have found themselves in this condition. And first of all, they have traveled to abroad. Who is controlling the nation now?
That's the $1 million question.
What I perceive here is Mr. President or the president of Mr. President, their present and their absence are all the same thing.
How so?
Because they are not bringing positive impact to this country.
Really?
They are sorry, I can't, because I'm frustrated. Sorry, sir.
No problem. Well, Tijani was trying to give his thoughts, but unfortunately, he had to put an end to the conversation. But then thank you very much, Tijani, for your contributions on the show. Yes, indeed. It's a sad one. I'm a Nigerian as well. And I would say, yes, I understand. And I see these frustrations on a daily in the faces of my fellow brothers and sisters here in Nigeria. And I understand what the situation is. But then again, we can only hope that those who are at the helm of affairs are watching this conversation and hearing what Nigerians are saying, especially on the urgency, on the need to bring succor to Nigerians who continue to go through this row of frustrations as a result of these policies. But then, unfortunately, this is where we have to put an end to the program now, thanking everyone who found time to call into the program to contribute, to share their thoughts, their comments, and their concerns on these developments. For those who were unable to do so, well, you'll have another time to do so. But then thank you so much for being a part of Daybreak Interactive. We'll now go on a short break, and when we return, we'll serve you more on Daybreak. Stay with us.